people before are like, there's not going to be a brokered convention. First of all, they're right, because the convention wouldn't be brokered technically. Broker is when you have these power players within the party that no longer exist. I know this because a very brilliant political analyst named Michael Schur told me all about it. Okay, so, but what you can have is a contested convention. Drums. All right, now what happens in a contested convention when no one has the amount of delegates that you need? Well, that's a good question because it hasn't happened in a long, long time. Now, one of the possibilities is that they sneak someone else in, right? Who would that person be? Well, a brilliant political analyst named Michael Schur, with the nickname of Epic Politics Man, once told me it was going to be Jeb Bush. I said, get out of here. I said, get. They're not going to have Jeb Bush. Come on, get out of here. Andy Card on television, former chief of staff for George Bush. Let's see what he thinks. Clip number 8.
You don't get to pick the perfect nominee in a primary process. You end up picking the candidate who will best represent the party. And there's a big difference between perfection and best. And I happen to have a perfect candidate for president. His name is John Ellis Bush, Jeb Bush, but he's not running. And so I think that let the process work, and I think we'll get a candidate that will do a great job for our party and a better job for America when he takes the office in 2013.
You think Jeb Bush regrets that he didn't run?
Oh, I don't think anybody really looks back and regrets decisions they made in good faith. And I love Jeb Bush. He'd be a great president of the United States, but he's also a terrific party leader for our party.
Thank you very much.
Part of the solution.
What, did I say something? Jeb Bush, oh, look at that, huh? No, people are talking about Jeb Bush. How did that happen? It's not like Andy Card is a good friend of the Bushes or anything like that. Oh, so what do I have in my pocket? Oh, look at that, it's Jeb Bush. Okay, so all of a sudden, we're talking about maybe it's not one of these guys. You know who doesn't like that kind of talk? Mitt Romney, clip 1.
You know, I didn't hear Chris's comments in that regard, but I can tell you this. I don't think there's any prospect of a brokered convention. I can't imagine the 4 candidates saying after a long process of fundraising and campaigning for, 1 to 2 years, that we're going to all step aside and give the nomination to someone else. we
Would that bug you if someone walked in like King Henry VIII and then grabbed the prize?
That's just not going to happen.
Let me tell you something. That's not going to happen, okay? And I think he's right. I mean, what would you have to do to Mitt Romney for him to say, oh, okay, yeah, sure, yeah. Why doesn't Jeb just stroll in here and take it from me? Oh, hell no, man. Oh, Mitt Romney would come to that convention full of every dagger you've ever seen in your life. He'd have shivs, etc., like in his ankles, his knees. I mean, in case he'd take them all out. He'd be like, whoosh, scimitars and all. He'd be like, oh, Jeb, you want to say, oh, no, go ahead, step in, Jeb. Let me see what Okay, you're not going to let Jeb take it from him. You crazy? On the other hand, if they all go in there and there's no clear winner, oh, man, these guys are all pit bulls, man. You know what? I mean, I don't know that Gingrich makes a big enough comeback that he's relevant, but if he does, you think Gingrich is going to let go? You think Gingrich is going to let somebody else step in? Oh, they're going to tear each other to pieces. It's going to be awesome. Now, that is if you have this, contested convention. Oh, boy. We don't know if it's going to happen yet. There's been a lot of twists and turns, and you never know what happens, right? But it would be fun. Now, Romney's got one more on this, clip 2.
The nominee is going to be among the 4 of us. It's not going to go, let me just put it this way. It's not going to go to a convention with all 4 of us wondering what might happen at the convention. The 4 of us would have to find a way to make things work amongst ourselves because we're just not going to hand this off to somebody else, not after all the work we've done, after the vetting we've gone through, after the process that we've pursued to get ourselves ready to take out Barack Obama.
You know, one other thing that I'm hearing from there, he keeps talking about the 4 of us, right? So he's like, we'll have to work it out somehow between the 4 of us. To me, I think he's sending a little bit of a smoke signal there saying, hey, you know what, if one of the other guys wants to be my VP, maybe we can make that happen. You know what I'm saying? I don't like these guys, but you never know. Especially if it's my buddy Ron Paul, who's been my Biffy, all throughout this whole thing. We've been besties. So if I grab a couple of his delegates, put me over the top, and next thing you know, him or his son or my VP, what can I do? He's like, but this is the Final Four, and you'd have to come in here with a chainsaw to make it any different.